was going to fall to Rome next? Or what about Armenia?
No, you guaranteed them.
Well, the guarantee was automatic because we were allied.
No, I mean, Travis, what are you going for next?
I'm gonna go for this little pocket in southern France.
Rome, he says. Rome.
Vocadia.
Yes, yes, Narfi.
Or Vocadia.
He's going for Rome next. You're entirely correct. Exactly. How did you know?
That's a brilliant idea.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
Oh, of course, yes.
Alright, let's unlock the Greek tradition groups, I think, with my current military experience. Yeah, dude. Because that will allow me to get some heavy ships, which would make our navies way better than almost anybody's. Eventually, you know, when we actually can get it. I finally got another Marshall advance, so I can finally get to the reduction in maintenance navy costs. Gain a navy in Orsia. That's interesting. Found it. It's entirely Liburnian, so I will get rid of it immediately. Now that we have that, I'm going to start going back for the reduction in corruption for everybody, probably, in the religious advances. There's some other fun things we can get along the way there, like popularity buffs and stuff like that. Also a research bonus right after it, so that's pretty useful. I can make cities in some of these locations I've taken over that have no cities as well. That's a thing I can do to help develop them further. I think I'll go ahead and I'll make a city up here in these mountains. This seems like a good spot for a city, and there are no cities anywhere else. It's a big mountain pass, so yeah, there's not really going to be very much. But I figure why not? There's not going to be any free events for anything over here, so... And it's on a good spot. The iron's pretty decent anyway. Also, we have a war council by now. Asiatic League, Albernia, and Albocensia. I'm very curious how the Egyptian Navy works right now, because like they're kind of cut in half by Seleucids. How do they transport? I'll probably start drilling with all this extra money, my legions, so they are ready for combat pretty much whenever, and so that I can accumulate some more military experience by raising their average experience to unlock more bonuses separate to tech. It doesn't increase their costs too much, so I could probably afford it for the whole thing. The main legion is going to be the hardest thing, but so long as they're all drilling, because usually their experience wears off very quickly. These guys were down to 17% after fighting an entire war. Some of them even worse. But if I drill them and get them all up to snuff, then that would increase my military experience gain. And make sure that when a war does start, my units are as ready as they can possibly be. Plus about as much as maintaining one big mercenary stack. So that's actually not so bad for training the entire country's army. The Navy's about to be at its 150 point. So that's not so bad. 200 might be excessive. I mean, really, I'm building a navy for what? To dominate Carthage, maybe Egypt? Like, the Seleucids don't have a navy. He hasn't been building his navy up at all. So, he's also falling behind me on tech, like, notably.
Did you all the mercenaries in Italy?
I don't have any more mercenaries. I got rid of all of them.
Got you. I'm trying to find some.
There are some east of my capital with 19.5k. There's plenty on my border with Laodicea. There's even one on our border. How's it going over there?
It's going pretty well. I'm letting my, actually I could probably go to war again with my aggressive expansion down this much. I did also notice that I have the highest stability out of all of us too.
Yeah, that comes and goes. Narfi was really high with it earlier. He was at like 70+%. Mine just kind of comes and goes. I only try to maintain it in the 50s, really.
Yeah, I try to keep it maybe above 55 if I can.
And I'm taking a moment to just kind of settle down, build up, collect everything I have, and not spam any more wars now that I made it to great power status. I don't know how Narfi handled himself making it to this point that early in the game, because I'm already kind of feeling it, you know? And we're pretty far into the game. So I'm prepping myself for another big thing, but for a little bit I'm not really going to be doing very much.
Well, I'm going to start my war here soon, so wish me luck.
Luck? Yeah, you can still pretty rapidly expand with the way you are.
Yeah, I'm going to go with these guys, because sure, there's a lot of them technically, but most of them are like pretty much city-states at this point.
Yeah, you're in a good spot. I see you're expanding pretty rapidly. You're kind of on a roll here. Gaul is in your reach.
Yeah, gotta keep up that momentum. I gotta say, having roads is so nice. I love it.
Oh yeah, they're very handy. Look at my fucking road network. I've expanded it today as well.
At some point, you need to take Letta Beachy, so you can have like just some grand highway going.
Yeah, I don't have any claims on them at the moment. I haven't really been eagerly going after. I'm just kind of getting some bonuses over in Macedonia, and then I'll see from there. But so far, going for the wealth has been like a better policy for me. I can go after them. It wouldn't be very hard for me to fabricate a claim.
At some point, are you going to try to go for Narfi and take the Delta?
I mean, right now it's not necessarily on my list. He's pretty much cowering in fear of me. He's intentionally staying away from the wealth of Anatolia so he doesn't have to border me. More than likely, he's probably taking what actions he sees necessary to prepare for me to rush to him, so I'm not doing that intentionally.
Fair enough. I really want to declare war on him just to see how that would go.
Well, I would dominate him at sea because he doesn't have a fucking navy. He's building some up, I know, because he went from 12 ships to 18. But I have 150 ships, and I have a goal I'm going to reach soonish of 200. So
Good shit, alright.
I dominate the navy. My goal is to have a big enough navy that I pretty much can dominate every country navally, dominate the Mediterranean. Funny, because that's not what Rome did at all, navy-wise. But because, like, I'm trying not to rely on mercenaries right now and be a little bit more cost-efficient, and my integrated populations and assimilated populations are not quite efficient enough yet for me to make much more of, like, making more legions. Like, I can make more legions, but they're all going to be really tiny. So I'm just focusing on the ones that are not tiny instead. And that gives me a lot of room to build up a navy. I'm also drilling my army so that I get military experience much faster so that I can get those bonuses much faster and put all these integrations to use.
I mean, having a good navy is definitely nice. This means you only got to compete with Carthage, and right now you're outdoing Carthage right now. So
yeah, their navy's still better than mine in terms of quality, but I have the quantity. I have probably the largest navy on the map. Yeah, I have the largest navy on the map. Right now, it's like 100 triremes, so light ships, and 50 medium ships. I'm gonna get up to 100 of each. I'm just preparing myself for the financial cost that will be maintaining that. I can maintain it easily, just not really with the fact that I'm drilling every single legion that I have.
yeah, I need to start training up my guys again when I have nothing else to do.
We still need maybe three more. We can only fit two. Two more aqueducts in Salernum, preparing that to be the next metropolis. So I'll build that crap. There's so many other buildings we need to build, but they keep it expensive for a reason. So you have something to do for the whole fucking game. It's just you and me now, Ivernia.
Alright, let's go Rome. Alright, I want you to take out Seleucid right now. Do it. Do it.
Yes, I'll just do that. It'll be nice and easy.
Yes, and then first though you need to take Carthage, and then Thrace, and then Armenia and Albania, and surround him.
Yeah, I'll just do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you waiting for? Get going.
Yeah, I know. I'm going pretty slow, huh?
Yeah, too slow.
Yeah, damn,
Get
dude.
that shit up.
Damn, man, I'm just fucking slow. I know.
I'm back.
Hi.
Raw.
I'm back.
Hi.
Wow, where did you guys go together?
Hi!
We don't talk about that.
Did you see Donald Trump taking an elevator?
Oh,
That's a reference, just for the record.
I don't know a reference.
It's a reference to the TV show Friends, where two of the characters who have been long-term friends in season 8 fuck in a hotel without telling anybody. And then they come back and they both tell everyone that they saw Donald Trump waiting for an elevator, which then makes their friends figure out that they were at the hotel together. And then, yeah.
That sounds stupid.
What, you wouldn't tell all your friends if you saw Donald Trump waiting for an elevator?
Oh yeah, I would. I think my friends would hate me, but yeah, I would.
Because you saw him waiting for an elevator?
They just look like Donald Trump.
Damn, dude, and all you did was see him waiting for an elevator. That's pretty brutal.
Lost your friends forever.
Yeah, man. Fucking sucks.
Well, wish me luck. This is gonna be the war for France.
I have wished you
Well,
luck
I'm
several
sucking for
times. Stop being so demanding.
Well, wish me luck again.
Pay me!
Okay.
The war for France, he says, as he declares war on a small region of Gaul and Iberia. Okay. I got that new city up and running. It's there. It'll do things eventually. Training's going well. I think with my current military techs and everything, it pretty much stops growing around 46% because the decay becomes higher than the actual gain. So when they get to 46%, that's as high as I can realistically get them. I have to keep training to keep them there, pretty much. Because I don't have enough techs or things that reduce the decay.
Dang, man, they had 15k and I had 8k and I still won.
Nice. Poorly trained. You had the better troops.
I also have a lot of military tradition too.
Even right now, this has insanely increased the amount of military experience we're gaining over time. It's nearly doubled it. So I'd say this is very worth it. There's a lot of buffs hidden in here, and we're nowhere near being on track to actually get all these buffs by the end. So doing this right now can really help me gain some buffs that are outside of text that I really need, not only to deal with other countries, like other AI countries, but to also deal with PvP. Because right now my tech is going into developing my country, not my military. If I could get access to the fucking heavy ships, that would be fantastic. I also need to get access to the barbarian traditions as well. I like barely have enough Lepontics as it is. As we grow, it's just going to get even more demanding. That moment when I want to import something and I have to pick between Carthage and the Seleucids.
Ooh.
Yikes.
I picked Carthage.
I don't think we ever traded here.
No, it looks like you are importing stuff from me. Thanks for that.
Oh yeah, I see. Only one thing.
Oh, the armies actually are still going up. 52%. It's just going very slowly now. Alright, well that's good. It decays by a percentage of the total. I don't know if it is decaying while we're drilling, actually. It might just be moving really slowly. So it is still going up, which is good. Push is taking over parts of Egypt. What the fuck?
Yeah, I saw that.
Egypt's just falling apart now.
Oh shit.
They're nothing without the Delta.
And now I have officially doubled my military experience gain. It doesn't go up very quickly, even then, but it's helpful. It's a helpful way to progress myself while I'm not warmongering. And it's gonna get harder and harder to warmonger now that we're a great power and now that there's so many big countries we have to worry about. I see you're starting to build up a little navy.
I am.
A little teeny tiny navy.
I still have a few more in production.
Who's that navy to compete with?
Actually, no one, but Egypt destroyed my entire navy, so I have to build a new one.
Yeah, I remember that.
They're all cheap ships, actually.
You're only building cheap ones?
Yeah.
Understandable, maybe, I guess. I don't know, I feel like you should have a lot of money.
Well, I got a lot of events that take my money. That moment when you want to click an event and you got another one, so you click that one.
Uh-oh, you screwed
I love
up.
that.
I don't know if I screwed up because I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
I got a clip of the. I was like 25k to 14k and I somehow won. Those Romanian mercs really came in clutch right there.
That's good. I think I'll finally fabricate a claim on Latabicia. It could be good to unify that, then I could finish up that roadway too.
Yeah, I would definitely have a kind of Roman highway going west to east or east to west.
Yeah, I could definitely get that set up. I've kind of just been relying on my navy for transport, to be honest. I'll go ahead and build another city for the sake of having a city up here in our former Insurbrian allies' land, or vassals' land, that we integrated earlier. Having one city in every province is just something I like. It gives it a hub, and it gives the population something productive in a way that isn't resource-based to do. Well, unless you build the city for that. Let us declare our next war. Let's go. I set up this big invasion, so I'm ready. We're probably not going to take all of Latabicia because I only have a very small claim. Arvernia is getting chonky.
Chunky.
You gonna form Gaul or?
Oh, absolutely.
Where's that Persian Empire you were telling me about?
I have no idea how to form it, actually. think I have to Google it.
Looks like they're all rushing their units down into Illyria. That's not the worst thing. I can take my claims pretty easily then. This is where the wealth that they have is over by me. And hunt them down kind of one by one in small packs as I please, while gathering some war score. Again, I doubt I could take the whole thing, just because it's so much and I only have claims over here. But since I'm doing so little war right now, because I'm kind of just trying to build up in the time being and advance in other ways now that I hit great power, I don't need to worry too much about aggressive expansion. I can just let it die down. It's not going to matter for a little bit. I'd give it maybe another half a decade or decade before I start going on more big war sprees. Like, right now is just not the time. Another siege one. Move down to the next one. We're about to have a battle over here. Oh, there you go. Finally, a battle with them. They're running amok. Just claiming random shit, but maybe not in the most productive way. But none of us are being productive. There's hardly ever front lines in this game. Shit just kind of goes all over the place. It's pretty messy. This kind of opened my eyes to the fact that I don't have a lot of strongholds in northwestern Illyria at any of the capitals, really. I definitely should fix that. I haven't really built up there. I couldn't build there for the longest time, which is why. Currently, the war is going pretty fucking well. I'm just stomping them.
I know how to do it now.
How to do what?
He's gonna declare war on Rome.
From Persian Empire.
They're being annoying with small groups of units, but I am dominating all their stuff while they attempt to be annoying. So it's not really working too well for them. Alright, I can take a massive swath of this for a gigantic aggressive expansion hit, and quite frankly, I think I'll do it. I don't need to conquer any further because this is already going to be 48 aggressive expansion. But this is pretty much good, yeah. This is going to make some big problems for a little bit, and I think I might need to do another divine sacrifice, but, you know, we'll see. I have a lot of stuff to handle and fix and redo. Potentially cities to place down, certainly strongholds on capitals to be put down. Well, the reason some of these don't have strongholds is because they have mines, but some of them don't really have an excuse. We need to get now a road from Italia going through Illyria, throughout parts of it that we own. The exact pretty picture doesn't matter. Just the existence of connectivity is what matters. So I'm going to get a lot of road building starting right now. If you can see, I took over most of Latavicia in like one go.
Very nice.
Oh boy. I don't know what it is with him, but his whispers are so broken lately. Just lately. Not always. Right now I'm just going through every new area I've gained, getting rid of buildings I don't want to build, getting new capitals with potential future cities set up, that kind of thing. Now I'm building that massive Roman highway that you wanted to see.
Very nice. It's going to be nice getting across the country.
Yeah, I already had access through Latavicia, but now I can actually build a highway, so that's pretty handy.
Yeah, roads are like 10 reason not to.
You know, I don't know what it is with you, but it's just you, but like when you hold down like the whisper key, something about it, like you'll cut off early, and you'll sometimes you'll take a moment to like you'll cut out a little bit in the beginning. It's weird. Hey, we're done getting Dardania happy. That's good. Now they need to be governed by a member of the Semproni family. It says pick a side, but I can't actually pick a fucking side. I just like what? And triumph in Macedonia. So that's done. And the bonuses have been gained, I guess. Oh, and now we have one for Carthage. See, I was trying to avoid going into Anatolia too soon. I figured we might be able to get one to pop up for Carthage if we handled that easy one real quickly. If we get the Punics, that is more integrated Punic population for me. If we go for Anatolia, we get more integrated Macedonian population. I don't know. He's not running into enough problems over there, you know? He's slowly catching up to Moria in every way, and he's doing pretty good about not antagonizing them. This one is literally just to wipe out proper Carthage, probably. Conquer or subjugate Carthage. Oh boy. And their navy is still a bit problematic for me right now. I don't know. It's probably not as big of a problem as it used to be. Either way, I got a big fight. It's either Thrace or Carthage. Thrace is very large right now, and they're always warring and growing stronger. I think I'd rather do Carthage that way. If I do Carthage later, you know, I could be bordering Narfi, and then he could invade me while I'm focused on Carthage, so I think I'm going to go with this opportunity I have gained myself. 20 more ships than Carthage. That is a mission off the bat. Naval parity, 120 months. Less naval maintenance costs. Well, I'll take that. That's money. That could help me actually grow my navy to 200 like I wanted it. Deter Iberian support. One Hispanic country must exist that is not at war with or a subject of Rome will tend to turn the Iberian nations against Carthage. Oh, that's kind of hot. I don't know what that actually does, but it's kind of hot. I could throw money at them and they could be more likely to side with me. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't really know what it does, but I have money. We're going to put Carthage out of their misery. Yeah. Or, you know, try to. Well, in preparation for the war with Carthage, let's go ahead and build the navy up to 100 and 100. If we needed it against anybody, it's going to be them. We could only survive like one defeat last time. Even if our navy is of worse quality, you know, the amount we have matters. So I'm going to just get started on it. I'm going to build all 50 right now. And that consumed nearly the rest of my money to set up building 50 of these at once. But we'll have a 200 ship fleet, 50 light, 100 light triremes, and 100 medium hexaires. Carthage only has a navy of 103. Maria has 140. Holy shit, the Seleucids are up to 65. Ah, he's really building the light ships out. He's really building the light ships out. See, it doesn't stand any chance against me, though. This is another reason why I need to maintain a dominant navy. And I believe I am getting enough money to justify it. And certainly, hopefully, the roads I'm building and such will end up helping. I'm continuing to train anybody that is not currently building roads, so I can keep my military average, you know, cohort experience high. Because if I do that, you know, we'll get closer to some more military traditions. We need to unlock those big ships. Eventually, we need to unlock them. Okay, so we've convinced most of the Iberians that we are good and Carthage is bad. The opinion change should hopefully hurt them a little bit. Hopefully. Now, we need territorial subjects on the mainland regions of Tarraconensis. Oh, God. Or. So this is Iberia, isn't it? Yeah, this is Iberia. Okay. And I get a fuck ton of money for fucking 20 years. And I can get claims or opinion improvement. And this is like a prerequisite to everything else. So I kind of have to go into Iberia next. That's fine. I could do that through Arvernia. And then I have to kind of kick them out of Iberia, ideally. That's the next step. And then after that, I can give them an ultimatum to become my tributary or go to war, and then even make them a client state and annex them later, or just skip right to conquering them. I need to get to Iberia just to be able to get the claims on Iberia. God, that was so much money. As of right now, I only have claims on the stuff Carthage themselves own. Oh, it's a shame. It was a shame that he's not in there at all. And he could just trade me something for me to get the rest of the claims. And then I could just go on an Iberian conquering spree. If they actually became my tributary, that would be so funny. We have unlocked another military tradition. I'm going to put it into the Italic tribe stuff and try to make my way down to unlock the barbarian trees, because it's really hard to keep up with the population demand for the Lepontics. So I might as well get started working on that. There's not a lot of bonuses for me on the way. We do get a heavy cav defense upgrade at one point, but it's going to take a lot of experience just to get there, and we might get there and just not have what we need. But getting there at least opens up the opportunity. I can make my gateway into Iberia, this little island nation here. That wouldn't be too tough. And it's in a reasonable location for me to be conquering as well. There's also this one, but this one's a subject of Carthage, so yeah, this seems reasonable. I have to fabricate the claim to get it, but that's fine. Go ahead and fabricate on this little island. We'll conquer that island, no problem. That'll get us in to be able to begin this next part of the mission chain. Oh, if they actually do just decide to serve me, that would be so fantastic, man. So fantastic. And we've absorbed Adrissia by the looks of it. Yep, we have absorbed Adrissia. There's no roads going in there, but that's fine for now. We'll maybe deal with that later. I'm setting up more roads now through this little mountain range from Illyria, so I have another path in, connecting more of northern Italy as well. And then once that's done, that'll be pretty handy. We can maybe get this connected over here as well, finally. Surprised I haven't done that yet. Yeah, we can do that. There, now, pretty much all of northern Italy will be connected. We'll have a big highway spanning through Illyria into Greece, yada yada. There's some holes in here that could be filled in as well. And I might want to continue down here for the time being. Alright, I have some more interconnectivity happening around here. Not entirely sure how to handle it from there. Maybe like go up here and then... Is this somewhere we're building capital? No, this is. I could fill in some more stuff over here still. It is a thing that I can do. Yeah, there you go. Alright, cool. So that's kind of good and set up. Build some more roads and we'll have some amazing connectivity going on. I don't need to build on the fringes.
To get a culture fully freaking integrated.
Integrated or assimilated?
Integrated.
Integrating's pretty easy. It usually only takes like a year or so.
Well, so like my Iberian culture is integrated. My Condonian culture is not, even though I have a 32% integration speed buff.
Well, have you actually started trying to integrate them? Have you given them the right to actually be citizens in your country?
Well, they have right to inheritance.
No, that's
culture.
that's the wrong thing. So not the decisions, the civic rights. Like, by default, they can only be a freeman. You have to give them the civic right to be a citizen if you want to start integrating them.
Yeah, how do I do that?
It's right next to the decisions button. Just to the right of it.
Okay. Let's see. It says, set their civic rights to noble, citizen, slave, tribeman.
Yep.
So what do I put? Like what? Citizen?
Citizen or noble if you want to integrate them. This determines the highest rank they can achieve.
Oh, should have known that sooner.
And when they're not integrated, you're actively assimilating them in the meantime, so their population will lower because they're converting to your main one. Once integrated, they do not assimilate any further. Speaking of assimilation, I need to build some more buildings, especially these grand theaters. They add to the assimilation speed and territorial loyalty, which can be very handy in these locations out here, which I have problems with disloyal, unintegrated populations. So I'm going to try to spread some of those around in any cities that are out here. And potentially build a city here. This would be a great spot for one. Yeah, I think I'll build a city right here as well. I'll build a city over here where I have this fortress so I can get this place more loyal and integrated. Or assimilated. So that I can finally move the fucking capital and shit like that. A lot of internal development needs to happen in this region to really make it stand up on its own 2 feet. Building grand theaters and the like is a thing that could help in Italia as well, but there's just such gigantic clumps of non-assimilated, non-integrated populations. If I look in, like, Illyria, for example, compared to in the core regions of Italia. I'm going to fill up northern Italy, as you can see by the symbols, with a lot of these as well. I've just burned through all that money, which is a good start, I guess. There's barbarians here, but they're so far away from anyone that isn't building a road that I'm just kind of letting them run amok. I'm sending the Italian Legion up there to maybe do something. I didn't even realize they were besieging this for that long. I wasn't paying enough attention to that. I was trying to develop my country. The Navy's still building. The Navy has a little while to go. I'm getting it up to the numbers that I want to see. And we're still working on that claim, which has a little bit longer to go. Once it's done, they don't have any... Well, they have one. They have one stronghold here, so I could probably just send my main force over there to wipe... Oh my god, wipe it up. Carthage is eating the Iberians. I must stop them. I must stop them. Yes, I'm going the Carthage route. Oh, he's at war with Albania and Armenia. Whoa. Hot fucking damn, dude. Did it just start? Take Medea. I know Medea. I remember that from Total War. That's not Medea. There you go. This is Medea. Yeah, he'll get that, no problem. Oh, I've discovered a new issue. When someone takes this, it actually blocks the path here. I need a road going through this portion as well. And connecting through this little pass. Because now I can't actually get to these fucking barbarians. 10 out of 10. Well, then I'll send the fucking Greeks up there. And send the main one back to the port. I haven't had to deal with barbarians in so long. We have one barbarian spawn here. And there's not enough civilization around it. Yeah, this is just like in the Vicia, whatever it was called, area that we just took. So there's not nearly... Let's get the civilization map open. Yeah, take a look at it. There's not nearly as much civilization over there as the rest of our empire. It's going to take a while to start getting up there. Especially due to the lack of cities and etc. that are around here. But with the roads building, it'll catch up. It'll catch up and we won't need to worry about these barbarians anymore. Hey, we have the thing we need for war. Yes, our aggressive expansion is still coming down. It's going to come down faster than I can raise it with this war. But I'll get my main army in position. And I'll probably wait for the Navy to actually finish here. You know, I might branch off with like triremes. I don't know. I might just wait and let the fucking Navy here build. Everything's kind of being built out of the same 3 ports right now, which is a little bleh. I'm gonna cancel all the ones that are not currently building. Sometimes when you build straight to Navy, it just doesn't stack up in an efficient way. I'll let it finish building the 3 that it's building right now, and then I will do the invasion of that island, and then I'll go back to building the rest of them once that invasion is complete. It should be pretty quick at that point. But even with the roads, it just takes so long to get around this empire. That's why I'm trying to leave certain groups spread out so they can respond to anything. But a threat that spawns in the middle of my fucking empire is still hard to respond to. If I was paying attention, I could have stopped them before they took this. Either way, barbarians kind of kill themselves eventually, so...